Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Jason Tagmeyer, designer of Pixel Lincoln. Released now from Game Salute. It was on display before at Origins, but it's out at Gen Con 2013. It's available to all the Kickstarter backers and for people who just want to buy it, whoever you are. But maybe you can tell us about the game.
Okay. It's a side-scrolling deck-building game. Basically, you play as Pixel Lincoln. It's like a video game. Everybody plays as the same character, takes their turn, works their way throughout the levels, purchases items, defeats enemies, fights mini-bosses and bosses, explores the level, and ends whoever has the high score at the end wins.
Okay.
So it's points are the... Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, points. It's the main the main reason for any old school video game is just high score.
High score wins. All right, so we each have a figure. I know you've got 2 tracks that you can advance on. You can choose which
level you'd like to start on.
Okay.
I'm going to choose this one.
Okay. And you take your...
Okay. So basically we draw 5 cards. Here's 5 cards. Your cards have either power, which is, I don't know where I should show it.
You can lay them down on the board here and they'll be...
So your card either has power, which is in green, or it has a value, which is in gold. They may have both, and you're going to use your card either for power or value. Power is how you defeat enemies. Value is how you buy additional items.
Okay, with the cost shown in coins.
The cost is the coins on the bottom.
And Lincoln Memorials. Very good.
So, to equip an item, you're just going to place it here. So if I'm player 1 and I start here, the first thing you do on your turn is if there's an enemy right in front of you, so if there's an enemy right there, you have to address it.
Okay.
The enemy ambushes you. You have to either jump him or fight him, or you'll lose a life.
Okay.
I'm not starting in front of an enemy, so that phase is just skipped.
Okay.
So right here, I can buy that for 3 coins, or I can jump over it.
And the jumps by jump cards in your hand. I see we
There's
have
a jump
Bearderangs,
card.
we have jump cards.
Yeah, your starting cards are either Bearderangs or jumps. Bearderangs provide you with power, and it's ranged power, so you can hit anything in the line. Jump cards allow you to jump over an item, and they also give you 1 coin to purchase items.
Okay.
So I jump over the Sausage Link Whip because I cannot afford it. The Luchador, he has a power of 1. Enemies just have a power. They have a point value. Value is probably not the best word because value is from the coins. They have a point spread.
They have points.
They have points, there you go.
Yes.
So he's 1 to beat him. So I throw down a Bearderang, 1 power. He's defeated, goes into my score pile. Anything I use that's been resolved goes to my discard pile.
Okay.
And
you
I move
automatically
forward,
advance.
and I keep taking my turn. I have 1 more power Bearderang. I can't defeat that, but I have a couple jumps. So I'm gonna work my way towards this Sausage Link Whip right there. I used all my cards. If I didn't use all my cards, I could discard as much as I wanted and draw back to 5. But I used everything, so I'm drawing to 5.
Okay.
And you're up.
Okay. I can jump because I can't afford a double jump.
There you go.
I have 2 money. And here to buy a boxing glove. And goes in my discard pile, I guess, as I buy something. I advance here. Oh, I have nothing else.
You can defeat him from a distance.
Oh, okay. Bearderangs into action with 2 power off of Bearderangs.
Zombie bot.
Get the zombies.
He has an
zombie
ability that...
And when defeated, reveal the top card of the level deck, which I imagine is here.
Yep, that's the level
if
deck.
an enemy, it immediately replaces it.
It's not an enemy.
It's not.
Just goes right back on top.
Okay.
And then you're out of cards.
And done.
Okay, so I'm right here. Sausage Link Whip is really cool. It costs 3, and it's a 2/2, 2 power, 2 value. It's really good, but I can't afford it because I messed up last turn because I was talking too much.
Okay.
I'm going to jump it.
Demo. That's how I win so many games. People were demoing their games.
They mess up. So I jump it. So we get to see scrolling happen. So when the screen scrolls or the level scrolls, everything that's behind all players, and there's no other players in my level, it's just wiped out.
Okay.
I move back as far as possible. If there were other cards that stayed, I'd move back to them. And then we draw out the next group of cards, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
And I can keep going. So I have 3 Bearderangs. I was in ambush because the first phase is passed. I'm going to hit the first guy for 1. He has drop. When defeated, reveal the top card. If it's an item, I get it. It's not.
Right.
And I can defeat the next one for 1. He's 1 point for 1. Same ability. I know it's not an item because I checked it. And I don't want to be ambushed next turn for 4 power, so I'm going to jump
What if
him.
you couldn't jump?
So if I
What
couldn't jump
happened?
him, I stay here. And then next turn comes around, the ambush happens. If I can't jump him or defeat him, that's when you lose 1 of your lives.
Okay.
So the enemy is considered to attack you at that point.
And you have 3 lives with lives worth 5 points each if you have them at the end of the game.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm going to jump him, end my turn. I'm going to hang on to this and shuffle and then draw 4.
Okay. So if I look at what I have only 2 money. I have no enemies in front of me. If I could not jump,
You could
I would just
set
sit
yourself
there.
up for the next turn by saving money, discarding not
Okay.
money.
and do what I want. So if instead though I jump,
And we're gonna scroll.
We fly back here. We scroll out. We
Oh,
get
a checkpoint. Things are going to happen.
Okay.
You're in a very expensive level, too.
Apparently,
Everything's very pricey.
that's right. Who set these decks up?
Not me.
Okay, so a checkpoint.
So when a checkpoint comes out, there's 3 checkpoints in each level. The first one, nothing additional happens. The second one, we pull out a mini boss. The third one, we pull out a boss.
Okay, so we have examples of the mini boss and boss just to see. Oh,
So yeah, they're tough. They're big points. Sometimes they're higher power, 3 to 4 to 5 on those, and 6 to 7 or 8 on these.
okay.
When you defeat both bosses, when we defeat both bosses, the game ends.
Okay.
There's a boss in each level.
And the boss comes out automatically when we hit
The third checkpoint.
second or third checkpoints, and they just, where do they stay? Are
They stay
just
right in
off
that
the
spot,
board?
so that this is gonna get replaced with the checkpoint
And they're in front of you forever.
until you defeat them.
Until you
And you can't jump a boss or a mini boss.
Okay. Now, are we stuck in this row, or can we transfer
Okay,
from
so
one row to
here,
the other?
this is a good time to explain that. When a checkpoint does come out, there's bonuses. Everybody in the level gets a bonus, but the person who got to the checkpoint first, which is you, I'm not even in that level, I'm in the bottom level, you get 2 bonuses. You can draw a card from your draw pile.
Okay.
You can score a card, which is culling a card from your hand into your score pile, thins
Okay.
your deck down a little bit, or you can exit the level and come down here. So at that point, you can bypass the boss or mini boss and go into the other level for a little while and build yourself up.
Okay, until we hit checkpoints in there.
Exactly, and you
Yeah.
can go back and forth with when you reach those. You would do 2 because you're the only person in that level.
Okay.
The other thing that we didn't get to, and I usually save this for everyone's played a little round or so, are these, they're called the suit abilities. All the item cards that you see out here have suits on them. There's 4 suits, there's 5 of each card, so there's 1 card, 1 sausage like whip that has no suit at all, and then 1 that has each of those.
Okay.
The 4 suits give you extra abilities if you discard them. Time travel, you can discard a card with the time travel icon to look at the top 5 and rearrange them. Score, you discard a card with a star to take any card in your hand and place it in your score pile to thin your deck some more. The key, if you discard a key, lets you leave the level and go to the other one at the end of your turn. So it's another way to travel between levels.
Right.
And cancel, if you discard an X out of turn or any turn, it cancels any ability on a card. So you get this drop, you get an item, I can cancel it with my X by
Okay.
discarding it. So they're the extra little
And that's
advanced.
always as part of the game. So we got the basic part of just fighting enemies or acquiring
Exactly.
items, but you can add in the special powers too once you start to acquire cards because they're not in your
They're not on your
basic
starting
set.
deck, they're on everything that you buy.
Okay. And we continue through until both bosses are defeated.
Exactly.
And then we total up our points at a time.
And the only other thing we didn't see yet was a character. Here's a
Okay.
good one for the convention, like a cosplayer, LARPer.
Okay.
If you get these 3 icons on your cards by the end of the game, which they're on enemies as well, if you have 3 of the clock icons, she's going to give you 10 points.
So
you have to
you
buy her for
acquire
4.
a character, goes in your pile,
Yep.
and you'll score points if you meet that condition.
Exactly, and 10 points is pretty good at the end of the game. So characters are rare, but they're wanted, I guess you could say.
That's right. Oh, that makes sense.
Desired.
That's right.
There you
okay. Well, super. Thanks very much for
Awesome,
the overview.
thank you.
Good
All
to
right.
see this out.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
I know it's been a long process of,
It has.
getting
It's
things
been.
out.
It took a little while, but it's out. It is. It's So the guys. This was published by Game Salute as well as Island Officials. Island Officials are making the video game of Pixel Lincoln. It's coming out. They're developing it for PC and Mac right now, as well as whatever else they can. It's exactly what you see here, but in a video game form, kind of like Mega Man meets Super Mario Brothers. Lincoln running around with these silly weapons, defeating these silly enemies.
Jason, is your shirt for sale? And if so, where can they get it?
go to pixellincoln.com, but wait till I get home and make it for sale. So come Monday, I'll put it up there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who knew you were selling a shirt?
It's
too,
the only
at
one,
at
but
the same time.
there will be more if you guys want them.
What did you say? Emancipation?
8-bit emancipation.
8-bit emancipation.